Maya is very powerful. You know, it possesses, it enters the mind, and we are traveling in the mountain plane, and it is very difficult to calm down the mind after going through so much crazy things, useless things. It just creates troubles. And we have not realized. We are realizing it, but we are always hoping it will work, yes. So now we can hear the most confidential signs. But if our mind is occupied by all these illusory things, mundane things, we are hankering, then we lose taste. We lose the taste to hear the truth. Yeah. Maya gets so strong that it is more interesting to hear what the mind is telling us, how to plan our future life. Mother was here? In the room? Oh. So it is the mercy of the Lord that we can hear the speaking of high devotees and in the association of devotees. Revolutionary preaching. Bhakti Thakur writings were mainly very sober, inspiring, slow and steady progress. We find in his books that he has not taken many bold steps. That is not recommended there. He recommended mostly the Grihastha ashram. The ashram of the Tyagi, the renounced order, is risky. So Bhakti Thakur shows this throughout all his books. His mood is like that. But our Guru Maharaj's movement was revolutionary, not defensive in character. He would accept anyone who had the least attraction for Krishna or Mahaprabhu and give them help. So in this mission of his Sadhu Sangha, saintly association was provided in so many centers. Sadhu Sangha is the most valuable thing that can help us in our progress. He arranged for Sadhu Sangha by opening many different centers where devotees could live and cooperate amongst themselves and march on Sabhataman Bharitya Mamekam Sharanam Bhaja. And Swami Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami campaign also was risky and revolutionary. I am of a more conservative nature. It is only the grace, the lofty ideal of Mahaprabhu that has taken me away from my conservative nature. He has taken me away from the strict rules of a Smata Brahman family. I had to absorb many new things. Still, I think that I have joined the vanguard of the rebels. Shastra Jakshusha Dashita. One must have the eye of scripture. It is mentioned in Manu Samhita that the animals perceive by their nose, by the scent. The Vedic scholars, spiritual scholars, perceive through the eye of scriptures. The king perceives through his ears, which means that he relies on agents or informers. Ordinary people perceive things through their eyes. So basically, on what level we are? What? Mike. So through their eyes, we are on this level. We are only speculate what we can perceive through our eyes. So higher, like the king perceives through his ears, because he has how you call them, his agents in the whole kingdom, and they bring it to him, the informations. But the Vedic scholars, spiritual scholars, perceive through the eye of scriptures. So they understand through what they have studied, what they have realized from the scriptures. And someone who is a spiritual teacher, he is not speaking anything what is outside of the scriptures. He is not speculating. He is not a jnani. It could be like this, but it is also like this. But so this is the different ways how to perceive. We perceive this external or the informations about this mundane and also the spiritual plane. Those who derive the understanding from scriptural knowledge, they are known as Pandita, means scholars. The understanding influenced by the scripture, that is Panda. And whoever possesses that understanding, he is a Pandit. The Pandit should perceive through scriptures, through the lens of scriptures. A devotee also tries to see things and to deal with them according to the rules and regulations of scriptures, not relying merely on previous sentiment or old samskaras. Mahaprabhu's ideal impressed me very much. By his grace, although born in a very strict Smata Brahman family, I was able to shake off all these things. Because my attraction for Mahaprabhu was very intense. When I first came in contact with Gaudiya devotees, they said that their conclusions were absolute and that all the advice coming from so many other missions and so many instructors should be rejected. Sarvadhaman parityaja. Abandon all else. This is the absolute truth you must accept. This is also the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadhaman parityaja. Give up all different kind of religions. Just surrender unto me. Because religion in Kali Yuga is Ketava-dharma. It is cheating religion. We want to get material enjoyment. We're running like madmen in this world, doing all kind of, doing everything just for our sense gratification. This is material plane. So, abandon all else, all these kind of religions or dharmas. This is should be abandoned. This is the absolute truth you must accept. Or I thought, how is this possible? How can we do this? They are very proud, puffed up with pride. These people are all false, but I already knew something, and this shloka came to my mind. Chityanda sarva samshaya. All misgivings are cut to pieces. Yes, I thought it is already there in Bhagavatam and in the Upanishad. Also, yasmin vigyade saramita vigyadam bhavanti. That is something wonderful if we understand that we get everything simultaneously. If we know Krishna, we know everything. It is in the Upanishad, it is in Srimad Bhagavatam, and these Gaudiya people were saying this from the same plane. If it is possible for me to come to such universal plane of knowledge, then this is a wonderful thing. First I came with this objection and then progressed by this process. Gradually I found that it is real, it is possible. What these people say is true. Chityante sarva samshaya. So we have to come on the plane that we are step by step realizing, yes, what Mahaprabhu, what the Bhagavatam says. Yes, it is truth. If it is possible for me to come to such universal plane of knowledge, then this is a wonderful thing. Pityante rida grantis, the entanglement within us that will be united. That will be untied. Untied means I am bound, I will be free. Now in my conditions, I am bound to so many things, and this is my mundane conception. The entanglement within us that will be untied. The universal necessity of our own lives that will disclose itself. The inner tendency of our hearts is sealed, and it will be broken. It will come out with golden spirit. We are such and such. All doubts will be cleared. Kshiyante jasya karmani. All necessities for effort to acquire things that will also be given up. Everything is there, nothing is to be acquired. Such a plane will be open to us. We shall find that we are residents of that plane of opulence, of the infinite. It is revolutionary, most revolutionary. This is the reality. Because we are not daring, we are afraid to cross some line, to give up something in this plane. We have no experience of the real thing. But such a plane will be open to us, and we shall find that we are residents of that plane of opulence, of the infinite. So, of course, this is not an easy thing. We have to practice according to the Shastras, the rules of the Acharyas. There was a German scholar, Max Müller, wrote about the treasury of India's Upanishads. He said, if the whole treasury is distributed to the world, then the whole world will be enriched. But nothing will be lost in the storehouse of India. The whole world will be enriched, but India will still remain as the richest. The whole world may be offered this treasure of the Upanishads, and not a part will be lost. So God is also like that. The fulfillment is such. Searching for Him means all these things. It is the fullest aspect. Even what was the German this very intelligent. They say
Albert Einstein.
Einstein, yes. He came to this conclusion. If all scriptures, all books are removed from this planet, if only Bhagavad Gita is left, then we have not lost anything. He could understand little of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. No philosophical speculation, so many speculators of philosophers and scientists, all this can be burned in one. Nothing is lost. Everything is connected with this temporary plane where we are living. But Bhagavad Gita, Einstein came to this conclusion. There is knowledge inside who we are, where we are going, where we are coming from. How should we behave? What is the goal of life? Not to become a friend of Musk, or I don't know how they all called. This is not a goal. I never wish anyone, even my greatest enemy, if someone, I know many will be enemies to me because they don't like to hear this, but even those who may be against, I would never wish them that they become rich like this Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is also one of them, or Musk. Because this is a curse. What can they do? They cannot more than eating like ordinary people. They cannot sleep better than a dog. Maybe dog even better sleeps. He's not day and night in this chaos. And always afraid that he will lose something. We cannot imagine what degree of satisfaction there is. How much can we know? How much can we calculate? What degree of satisfaction can we calculate? It is very meager. Our Guru Maharaj used to give the example of a boy born in a dark prison house. From outside, one gentleman invites him. Please come, I shall show you the sun. Then that boy who is born in the prison will take one candle to light the way, even though no candle is required to see the sun. But that boy from the prison will think, am I a fool? Nothing can be seen without the help of light. But that gentleman will drag him out to see the sun. So by the sun's light we can see everything. The same is when we are getting qualified to enter the transcendental plane. Everything can be seen. Light is like the sun, or knowledge is like the sun. So by the sun's light we can see everything. Guru Maharaj used to explain it in this way. Such wonder will come to every soul in bondage. That establishes a connection with Brahman. Krishna, the proper God conception, all wonderful. Atmabanjanana mayo, self-effulgent. Krishna does not depend on any other thing to make himself known. Still, there is always a section of people that cannot have any conception of that plane. This is the defect in them. The sun is self-effulgent, but the owls cannot see. So many animals cannot see the light. They must be cured. The sun does not exist for them because they have no suitable eye. To a particular section, the question is whether God exists or not. That small section is there, and it will always remain blind. But that does not mean that another section cannot see, or that the sun does not exist. It is not like that. Krishna is self-effulgent. He has the power to show himself to all. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena. The duty of the Guru is to remove the cataract of ignorance from the eyes. When the cataract is removed, then the eye can see. Any question or any? No. Arguments, yes.
Did you ever have darshan?
No. Not physical. No. If you are materialists, we see, not seen him or spoken with him, how can you know? And you must get some drop of mercy from the absolute plane. You think they're dead, so they're living. We are also living, but we have not seen our forefathers. So, for materialists it is gone, dead. Because we have not the eyes, as we heard just. We are in darkness, so we want to go to the light, Brahman. Then everything can be seen clearly. So in the same way, if you are connected with your Divine Master, Gurudev, or with a pure sadhu, then you are connected automatically with Krishna also. And you are connected with all his associates. Wherever you will be attracted to, this also will be revealed to you. What is your position in the transcendental plane? And they are waiting, they are looking at us. They are not dead. You get the help of them. But if you live in darkness, you cannot see, you have not the eyes. So we must come out to the light, we must see, get proper eyes to see who we are. Today, Ranga is, he left. Scientific progress is not progress. Some topic. He is very much attracted to this way to explain this world in detail. It is, it will not help us because it is mundane conception, mundane understanding. It is only deviation from the truth that brings us to the mundane world. 10% deviation from the truth. How and where that deviation begins, we do not know. But deviation from the truth has taken us into this false area. Science is only increasing the circumference of the mortal world. This is also very logical. In simple persons, in the Holy Dham you will see, and then at least when I traveled in 20, 30, 40 years ago, in India it was very, I saw pure people, they're much more understanding than these so-called scientists. They are expanding their material vision, but it is material. It is, you can Science, so many is unlimited, you know. You can analyze anything in this material world, but it is just expanding the mortal world. The circumference of the mortal world becomes bigger. But in the end, nothing will be left. It is a world of exploitation, and according to Newton, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So even some have realized, Westerners also, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. We cannot change this. This is a law in this world where we are living. We must be conscious of this fact. All acquisition here is nothing. Like a boomerang, it will return to nothing. Scientific progress is no progress. It is movement in the wrong direction. It is only borrowing. It is not earning real profit at all. But rather it is like taking a loan from nature, and payment will be exacted from us to the last cent. So there's no gain, no profit, just exploitation. Science measures the circumference of the world of exploitation. Everything is objectified. We are wresting power from nature, taking a loan, but the loan must be settled, rest assured. This is not progress. The first principle of any living entity is to remain alive. That is the first principle that should be the starting point. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we will find Satoma Satgamayo Damasoma Jyodiya Gamaya Mutyo Mamritam Gamaya. This should be the primary dancer of our quest. What are these three phases? Asatoma Asat Gamaya. I am transient. I am impermanent. Make me eternal. Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya. I am ignorant in this science. Take me from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness into light. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. I am in this mortal world. I am unhappy, unsatisfied. Take me to the plane of Anantam, enjoyment from sorrow, misery. Guide me to a fit life there. This should be the real principle of life, and any research must begin here only. So with these three phases of save oneself, to save the world, to remove the darkness, or research must remove misery and give the nectar the sweet, sweet life. Sachit Ananda Satyam Shivam Sundaram. This should be the subject matter of our search, the line of our search. All other are false, a wild goose chase. We are suicidal. This so-called science is suicidal. Atomic researchers will prove very soon that science devours itself. It sucks its own blood. This civilization sucks its own blood, and it will feed on its own flesh, or the flesh of its friends. But real science means this. It is not knowledge. Real knowledge, without acquaintance of pure, real knowledge must be absorbed. Absolve us and others, remove darkness, bring light. Remove misery and bring eternal peace. That should be the direction. of our attempt, of any attempt. So, we close here. There's anything to say? No question, no doubts. When will people shut? The last sentence. Real knowledge, vital acquaintance of pure, real knowledge must absolve us and others. Remove darkness means this mundane conception we have. This is a darkness. Bring light, remove misery, and bring eternal peace. Somebody wants peace now? Really? We have the medicine. Even if you want to fight, you can Krishna in this transcendental plane, Vrindavan. You can fight even with Krishna. But there will be ecstasy. That should be the direction of our attempt, of any attempt, that we are moving or going for the eternal life, or light, or happiness, peace. Not like here in this world. Don't think you will find peace here. It's even between from the smallest animals up to the demigods, there is not peace, no peace. They are fighting also with the demons. Sometimes they lose, sometimes they win. So on whatever level you may be in this material world, this our real home we will not find here in this temporary plane. No hope. You agree? No.
I'm trying to understand, but
it's
maintain intelligent and mind, you know.
We have to break down the walls. With how you call it? Hilti. Like this.
Excuse me, can you please can you give me some example or some vision of that soul or this family?
Every day. Every day you can see when you open your eyes. If you don't want to see, then you will not see. You must be fit. If you want to go to the light and you don't know what the light is, you live in darkness, then you think a candle, you light a candle and you want to see the sun with the candle. Because this is on our level where we are. We have not seen the sun. So we are looking, we're trying to find the with a torch or with a candle. We like to see the sun, but the sun is self-effulgent. Krishna Surya Samahaya Andaka. Krishna is like sun, and sun is like knowledge. When you come to the sun, when you come out from this darkness of ignorance to the light of real knowledge, then you will live. Then you will attain the goal. We are eternal living beings. Nobody dies. But we are identifying with something we are not. Everything we identify will vanish, soon or later. It is temporary. There is no scientist who can object this or can defeat these arguments. Because they are in ignorance. They think when we go into I don't know, to the moon or to the whatever, then we are very, but it is as useless as more useless because we are wasting our time. We expend our illusion. Nothing in this material world is permanent. We have to find the sun, the permanent, what is not vanishing. And the pure devotees, Krishna is on these levels, and sadhus, real sadhus. And they're not dying, they're not taking birth. So, and they are not, if they're not dying, where they are. They have to find out. This is science. This science we should cultivate. Everything else in this plane is what we are going here for. It's just for name, fame, and profit. It's temporary, has no future. Please defeat me. If you cannot defeat me, you must consider that it may be possible like this. If you are on the very lower levels, if you got some little experience, then you will go further. You will go next step. How far we can digest, or how far we can go according to our attachment in this material world. Truth is truth. You cannot change. These great saints who were teaching this and were living this in the past, they were real scientists. They are far, far beyond our conception. Where we are. You think they were interested if you explain to them how to build how to construct an atom bomb? This is now the great scientists. What they do with their science. At the end, they are just destroying themselves. Jai Shila Sita Deva Maharaj ki jai. Jai Shila Gurudev Nityalila Goswami Srimad Paramahamsa Vichara Vistata Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande Amcha Khalpada Rupiyascha Kipasini